Paul, breathing, such a primary function
Yes.
to life itself.
Yes.
And it affects every biochemical, biological, psychological system of the body. So can you give us just 2 simple tips on how somebody, because I know that scientifically it's been proven to be the most effective and efficient and fastest way to bring levels of anxiety
Yes.
back to balance.
Yeah.
So what would 2 tips be that would help somebody bring their center of focus mentally and their emotional thermostat back to a place of balance through breathing?
It's a good question, and I've worked with that a lot. So a couple of tips for you. One, if a person takes a piece of kite string and wraps it around their waist at their belly button level, let the belly just hang out, then just draw the belly in just enough that you can feel some tone begin in the muscles, just lightly. Tie the kite string in a knot right at the belly button. Then what happens is every time you inhale, if you don't feel the string digging into your tummy, it means that you're breathing too much from the chest, which means you're getting a shallow breath, which is called hyperventilation, which causes all sorts of problems. It makes the mind race, it causes imbalance in the autonomic nervous system, and leads to a chain reaction that sends people to doctors, is what happens. So every time you inhale with the string, you should feel that string dig into you a little bit. That means your belly is expanding, which means the diaphragm's dropping down. The muscle that makes you breathe is up under your rib cage here. So when it drops down as you inhale to draw air into the lungs, it has to push the organs down. Many people in our culture are so concerned about how their tummy looks, especially women. They walk around holding their abdominals tight, and that stops the breathing process. So it makes their breath somewhere between 50% and 2/3 of a normal breath, which is not enough. We need a normal breath, a full breath. So by practicing breathing into the string, eventually over time a person realizes that what they used to have to think about, am I breathing into the string, becomes an unconscious habit that's a good habit to develop. Another technique that I use with the string is to have people get a runner's watch, which you can buy like a Casio runner's watch these days for 10 or 12 bucks. Set it to beep every hour on the hour, and each hour do 10 breaths where you focus your awareness on your breathing. Now, if you do 10 breaths, and even though you may be wearing the string, you might forget about it, the clock beeper reminds you, breathe into your string 10 times. Well, for most people, almost everybody's up for 12 to 16 hours a day. That's 120 to 160 proper breaths a day. So imagine if I tried to teach a child to tie a shoe every hour, 120 to 160 times a day, they'd learn that pretty quickly. Well, really, this is a very simple process. Breathe in, let your belly expand. Exhale naturally, don't think about anything. Feel the string every hour, check yourself, and very, very quickly, anyone who's really committed to that simple process can have radical improvements in mental function, emotional stability, digestion, and elimination for the price of a piece of string and setting a watch.
I know it works because I've tried it myself.
Good.